Mga kaibigan, isang magandang gabi ho sa ating lahat. Good evening to all of you and to all the organic followers in my Facebook page and also in my organic followers here in TikTok, YouTube, our organic subscriber, and the different 27 pages in the Facebook page, and also in 21 channels in the YouTube channel. So thank you so much to all of you for your subscribing us and following us in our Facebook page. So we have here today in this evening to discuss more reiterations of the informations that coming from the expert and also from those people who are expert about this, because in the first place I am not an expert. I am not a legal in different and I'm not study for different legalities of this to discuss more, but I have a little bit of knowledge regarding of this. So we have here today that our discussions is all about for those questions that I need to be answered, all of that. No, even those it's so repeatedly questions, no, that was being to be answered right now. So we have here today that in order to be in our here, no, that that a lot of people they do not know. So what is the independent body for the government? So balik-balikon jud ako ni siya og istorya sa inyo. No other than the most powerful law in the land. It's only the Philippine Constitution or fundamental laws of the land, in which all the types of laws are basing on that particular in every state, in every boundaries and territory. So in every nation there is a Philippine Constitutions, so that the Philippine Constitutions can stand alone in every state, because it is the Bible of the nations. It is the biblical of the nations. So all the rights to be exercised by the people are mandated, and also those people who are elected by the constitutions are being an architect of the nations. So if you are an elected by in the topmost high ranking officials of these constitutions, and then you are considered as a architect of the nations, and you are the architect of the Philippine constitutions. So that the most powerful that was it is called a ombudsman. The ombudsman has power to intervene in any types of investigation, and even the investigation should catered or should be instructed by the Congress. So only the ombudsman, the independent body, can intervene the high level investigation in investigative agencies throughout the country. So that's only one agencies of this country who are or having a power to intervene that kinds of investigations. So there is a takeover of all types of investigative agency of this country. It's only a Philippine that was a ombudsman that was mandated by the Philippine constitutions, and also mga kaibigan that the only that has power by the Philippine constitutions, that there is a the audit programs. It's only a COA. So should be in any types of investigations, the COA, it could not be compromised. Even the Congress investigations, in order to get the some resource person from the COA, it should be can compromise this body, that there is a power invested or the power entrusted to this institutions coming from the Philippine constitutions. So that mga kaibigan, they do not according to the constitutions, that they could not be compromised in any type. Karamihan natin ngayon, there is a lot of investigations that be done that the COA now is being be compromised according to the Article 90, no? Section 2, Paragraph 2, Paragraph 1, I think. There is a power invested to the COA, And it also jibes to the Presidential Decree 1445 in Section 5 in paragraph 25 that the CUA has a power. It should be a audit program. So what was the power of the CUA? No, balik-balik ko na ako. The power of the CUA is to evaluate the revenue, the usage of funds and properties, or the usage of properties, and also in even all things, no, that was invested by the power to the CUA to evaluate all of that. So there is no power out there that according to some out there, and they do not know about this law. So kagaya ng sinasabi yan ng iba dyan. So ang sa atin lang po dito, that I would like to reiterate the small things of knowledge, a little bit of knowledge, because I am not an expert. So I ask some favor out there that I am not expert, but I would like to share, because there is a lot of people out there that they do not know about this. So wala ho tayong magagawa. Hindi po sinasabi ng Philippine Constitution natin na you are be elected because you to corrupt the money of the government. No? Hindi po sinasabi ng ating Philippine Constitution na kung saan tayo be elected in order to corrupt the money of the government, or kukurapin natin yung pira ng kabanang bayan that's coming from the ordinary taxpayer of this country. I will stand my words. I will stand my words right now, this night, that was based on the Philippine Constitution. Even though you read all the whole constitutions, hindi po nagsasabi, or the Constitution, they could not say about the corruptions out there. The corruption, according to the Philippine Constitution, it is the biggest violations of the state towards the economic. In order to progress our country, instead to progress, it should be go back, no? Babalik siya sa kanyang pinanggalingan na kung saan hindi na po siya progreso. So mga kaibigan, I would like to ask to all of you that we are the most highest, so powerful. Not only the people out there, because the Lord could not say that you are among us, you are the most powerful above the law, or too much powerful, because there is no people too much powerful when we are elected or appointed by the government as a tools of the government. No, hindi po sinasabi ng batas yan, hindi po sinasabi ng constitution yan. The whole types of the constitution, hindi po siya nagsasabi ng ganun. Even you are the most powerful general of this country. Even you are the most powerful, the wealthiest, and the most influential family of this country. Hindi po sinasabi ng batas yan. That is only a privilege for this government, because the government, we could not be owner. We are temporary stewards, or the stewardship for this government according to the word of God. So that you can understand.